Sugar has been a staple in our diets for centuries, found on breakfast tables, inside soda cans, baked into desserts, and sprinkled into countless foods. Today, global consumption exceeds 180 million tons annually, making sugar one of the most widely used ingredients on the planet. The majority of this sugar is derived from just two plants, sugarcane and sugar beets. These crops are grown across vast agricultural fields in countries like Brazil, India, China, and the US. Once harvested, they are crushed by machines to extract a dense, sugary juice. This juice is boiled down, purified, and spun to form golden crystals that are later dried into the familiar white sugar we see every day. Meeting this massive demand involves a huge industrial effort. Hundreds of processing plants, thousands of workers, and machinery operating around the clock. Some facilities can crush up to 12,000 tons of sugarcane per day, processing plants into sugar at incredible speeds. It's one of the most active sectors in the food industry, and as you'll see, there's a complex process behind every bag of sugar. Sugar production begins with raw plant materials, sugarcane and sugar beets, primary sources of sucrose. Sugarcane thrives in hot, sunny climates with ample rainfall, making regions like Brazil, India, and Thailand ideal. When sugarcane reaches a height of 10 to 15 feet, it's ready to be harvested. Farmers can either cut it manually with machetes or use mechanical harvesters, which are faster and more cost-effective. Sugar beets prefer cooler environments and are cultivated in areas like parts of Europe, the US, and Russia. These beets are usually gathered in the late fall using machinery that pulls the roots from the soil. Before processing, the beets are thoroughly cleaned to eliminate dirt and debris, as impurities can negatively affect sugar quality. Sugar beets serve as a dependable alternative to sugarcane in cooler climates where cane can't grow. Both sugarcane and sugar beets store large amounts of natural sugar, making them ideal for industrial extraction. Sugarcane yields more sugar per acre and is better suited to tropical climates, while beets are crucial in temperate zones. To preserve sugar content, it's essential to harvest at peak maturity and transport the crops quickly to processing facilities. The extraction process begins with cleaning the sugarcane stalks to remove dirt and debris. They're then fed through rollers that crush them and release the juice, a mix of sugar, water, and plant matter. This juice is filtered to remove solids and sent to settling tanks where impurities sink, leaving cleaner juice at the top. For sugar beets, the roots are sliced into thin pieces and soaked in hot water through a method called diffusion. This draws sugar from the beet slices into the water, creating a sugary liquid. It is then filtered to eliminate leftover beet fragments and other non-sugar components. Extraction aims to pull as much sugar as possible from the plant material. The efficiency of this step depends on factors like plant moisture content, temperature, and processing techniques. Next comes purification. The raw juice undergoes clarification, where it's heated and lime, a calcium compound, is added to adjust pH and cause impurities to clump together. Other agents like phosphoric acid or CO2 may also be used to assist in cleaning. The clumped materials are removed via filters, leaving a clearer liquid known as clarified juice. In the decantation stage, this clarified juice sits in tanks so any remaining particles settle. Additional fine filtration follows to ensure maximum purity. This process is crucial, especially for white sugar, where even tiny impurities can affect taste and color. Following purification, the juice enters evaporation chambers to remove most of its water, transforming it into a thick syrup. This syrup still contains dissolved sugar and minor impurities. It's then boiled in vacuum pans that lower boiling temperature and prevent burning. As the syrup thickens, tiny sugar crystals begin to form. Seed crystals are introduced to encourage uniform crystal growth. The longer the syrup boils, the bigger and more defined the crystals become. This boiling and crystal growing phase is tightly controlled to ensure a consistent texture and high purity. After boiling, the syrup is cooled and spun in centrifuges to separate sugar crystals from molasses. This step creates raw sugar, which still contains molasses and requires further refining. Crystallization is essential because it turns sugar from liquid to solid. Crystal size and clarity determine the final product's quality. Once crystals reach the desired size, they're separated from syrup in a high-speed centrifuge, yielding raw sugar ready for drying. The sugar is then dried using large dryers that blow hot air over the crystals while they're stirred, ensuring even drying. The goal is to reach a moisture level of about 0.1%, preventing clumping or spoilage. Improper moisture control can cause sugar to harden or lose texture. Once fully refined, the sugar is packaged. It's weighed and sealed into appropriate containers, from small consumer-sized bags to large sacks for commercial buyers. Packaging is designed to protect sugar from moisture, pests, and contamination. Retail sugar is often sealed in plastic or paper bags and labeled with nutritional info, origin, and grade. Sugar remains popular due to its versatility and ability to enhance flavor in sweet and savory dishes. Its long shelf life, affordability, and compatibility with many ingredients make it indispensable in kitchens worldwide. And there you have it, the incredible journey of how sugar is made. From harvesting sugarcane and beets to extraction, purification, crystallization, and packaging, every step in the sugar production process requires expert knowledge, precision, and care. We hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at how this everyday essential comes to life. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest episodes. Sweeten your day with knowledge. See you in the next. Ever wondered how your favorite creamy, delicious ice cream is made? From fresh ingredients to the final frozen treat, we're taking you behind the scenes of the fascinating process that brings this sweet delight to life. Stick around and discover the magic behind every scoop. Ice cream's origins date back over 2,000 years. Ancient China is credited with early frozen desserts, where snow and milk were mixed with rice for a refreshing treat. Fast forward to the 13th century, when Marco Polo is said to have introduced frozen delicacies to Europe after his travels to Asia. By the 17th century, ice cream had become a symbol of luxury, enjoyed by European royalty. It wasn't until the 19th century, with the invention of mechanical refrigeration, that ice cream became accessible to the masses. Today, it's a global favorite, enjoyed in countless varieties. At its core, ice cream is surprisingly simple. The base ingredients are milk, cream, and sugar. To this, natural or artificial flavorings, and sometimes eggs, are added. For commercial ice cream, stabilizers like Gia gum or carrageenan ensure the texture stays smooth and creamy. The journey from ingredients to your bowl begins with blending. Milk, cream, and sugar are combined in large stainless steel tanks. This mixture, known as the ice cream base, is heated to kill bacteria, a process called pasteurization. Next, the base is homogenized. This step breaks down fat molecules, ensuring a consistent and creamy texture. Once the base is cooled, it's time to add the magic, flavorings like vanilla, chocolate, or fruit purees. For some varieties, inclusions like cookie chunks, nuts, or candy pieces are added later. Freezing is a crucial step. The base is pumped into a continuous freezer where it's simultaneously chilled and churned. Churning prevents large ice crystals from forming, giving ice cream its smooth consistency. At this stage, air is incorporated into the mixture. The amount of air, known as overrun, determines the texture. Today, ice cream comes in endless forms: traditional scoops, rolled ice cream, soft serve, and even liquid nitrogen frozen creations. Innovations in flavors and techniques continue to push boundaries, catering to adventurous foodies and nostalgic ice cream lovers alike. Once frozen to a soft serve consistency, the ice cream is portioned into containers. It's then sent to a blast freezer, where temperatures plummet to around -40 degrees Celsius. This hardening step ensures the ice cream holds its shape during transportation and storage. From its ancient roots to the high-tech production lines of today, ice cream is a testament to humanity's love for sweet, simple pleasures. Whether you prefer classic vanilla or wild flavors like wasabi, one thing is certain: ice cream is here to stay, one scoop at a time. And there you have it, the fascinating journey of how ice cream is made. From its ancient origins to the modern production lines, it's a process that combines science, creativity, and a sprinkle of magic to create the creamy treat we all love. Be sure to let us know your favorite flavor in the comments below. Thanks for watching another episode of Behind the Make. See you in the next video. Chocolate has a rich, millennia-old history that traces its origins to the cacao tree in Central and South America. Ancient civilizations revered it as a divine gift and consumed it as a bitter beverage. The journey of chocolate begins with cocoa beans, harvested from cacao trees that thrive in tropical regions across the globe, including Africa, South America, and Asia, before being transported to chocolate factories. The initial step in the production process involves careful inspection and cleaning. Workers meticulously examine the beans, removing any debris or defective ones. This detailed process is essential to ensure the highest quality of the final product. Next, the beans are roasted, a crucial stage that enhances the flavor and aroma of the cacao. They are roasted with precision at specific temperatures to avoid scorching. This step typically lasts between 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the desired flavor profile. After roasting, the beans are cracked and crushed to separate the cocoa nibs from the outer shell, a process known as crushing and winnowing. The outer shells are discarded, while the cocoa nibs proceed to the chocolate-making stage. These nibs are ground into chocolate liquor, a fine paste consisting of cocoa solids and cocoa butter, which forms the foundation of chocolate. This grinding process requires hours of skill and patience to achieve the ideal texture. Next comes mixing and refining. During this phase, cocoa solids, cocoa butter, and additional ingredients like sugar, milk powder, and vanilla are blended to create a smooth, creamy mixture. This mixture undergoes multiple refinement stages, lasting from a few hours to several days, depending on the type of chocolate being crafted. Once the mixture is ready, ingredients such as nuts, fruits, or flavorings can be added to create unique flavors and textures, showcasing the creativity of chocolate makers. The chocolate is then prepared for tempering, a process of heating and cooling it to precise temperatures. This step ensures a glossy, velvety finish. Tempering requires expert precision and sets the chocolate for molding into various shapes and sizes using specialized machines. The final step is packaging, where the chocolate is wrapped in foil or paper and placed in boxes or bags. This careful packaging preserves the chocolate's freshness and protects it during shipping and storage. What's your favorite chocolate bar? Leave a comment below. Until next time, stay curious and we'll see you again on Frankie, How's It Made? Welcome to another episode of Behind the Make. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Coca-Cola production, one of the most iconic beverages in the world. From the careful selection of ingredients to the secret syrup formula, carbonation, bottling, and distribution, we'll uncover the craftsmanship and science behind this legendary drink. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Now, let's get into it. The story of Coca-Cola begins in 1886 in Atlanta, Georgia, with a curious pharmacist named John Pemberton. Pemberton was searching for a remedy that could effectively relieve headaches while also being refreshing. After experimenting with different ingredients, he created a syrup using a mix of botanical extracts, caramel coloring, and a highly secretive formula. This concoction was initially called Pemberton's French Wine Coca before it became the global sensation we know today. Originally, the syrup was mixed with soda water, making it a carbonated beverage that could be enjoyed by customers. Since Pemberton was a pharmacist, it was only natural that his creation was first sold at a pharmacy soda fountain. What he didn't realize at the time was that he had just invented a drink that would go on to change the world. Now, while we can explain the process of how Coca-Cola is made, there is one major challenge. The original recipe is one of the most closely guarded secrets in history. It is said to be locked inside a secure vault at the World of Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta, and only 2 employees are allowed to know the full formula at any given time. Their identities are kept confidential, they are prohibited from traveling together, and if one of them leaves the company, a successor is carefully chosen to take their place. Although the precise recipe remains a mystery, some key ingredients are well known. Coca-Cola consists of carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup or sugar, depending on the region, caramel color, phosphoric acid, and natural flavors. However, what truly sets Coca-Cola apart is the proprietary blend of botanical extracts that give it its signature taste. The production of Coca-Cola begins in Atlanta, where the company produces the secret syrup concentrate. This concentrate is then sent to Coca-Cola's trusted bottling partners worldwide, where it is transformed into the final product. To ensure the highest quality, the water used in Coca-Cola goes through an extensive purification process before being combined with the syrup and sweeteners in enormous mixing tanks. The precise ratio of ingredients is carefully adjusted based on regional taste preferences, which explains why Coca-Cola can taste slightly different depending on where you are in the world. Once the mixture is perfected, it undergoes the carbonation process. This takes place in a pressurized chamber where carbon dioxide is dissolved into the liquid, creating the signature bubbles that give Coca-Cola its refreshing bite. But at this stage, the drink still needs to be packaged before it can make its way to consumers. Coca-Cola's bottles have a history of their own. The first glass bottle was introduced in 1899, and since then the design has gone through several iterations. The modern contoured bottle, which has remained largely unchanged since 1957, has become an instantly recognizable symbol worldwide. In addition to glass bottles, Coca-Cola is now also packaged in plastic bottles and aluminum cans. Once carbonated, the drink moves to high-speed bottling lines, where automated machinery fills each container with precision. The process ensures that every bottle or can contains the exact amount of liquid, while allowing just enough space for the perfect foam head when opened. After sealing and capping, the products pass through labeling machines that apply Coca-Cola's iconic branding. Now, before the drinks are sent out for distribution, they must go through rigorous quality control checks. Coca-Cola's commitment to consistency means that every bottle and can is examined to ensure it meets strict standards in taste, carbonation, and safety. This process includes sensory evaluations, microscopic inspections, and advanced testing methods to ensure that every sip delivers the same great taste that consumers expect. And there you have it. The process of how Coca-Cola is made, from a secret syrup formulated in Atlanta to a globally recognized beverage enjoyed by billions. The next time you crack open a can or bottle of Coca-Cola, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship, science, and history that go into every sip. If you enjoyed this inside look into the making of Coca-Cola, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into how everyday products are created. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Apple juice has a long history that dates back to ancient times, with early mentions appearing around 400 BC during the Roman era. The process became increasingly commercialized in the 19th century in the United States, particularly after the introduction of pasteurization in the late 1800s, which made it safer to consume. The process of making apple juice begins with harvesting the apples. Macintosh and Granny Smith apples are commonly picked for their distinctive flavors, with Macintosh offering a sweet, tart taste and Granny Smith providing a crisp, tart flavor that enhances the juice's overall profile. After the apples are harvested, they are sent to the juice factory, where they go through a detailed washing process. This first water bath eliminates debris and pebbles, especially since they also use apples that have fallen on the ground. Maintaining cleanliness at this stage is essential for producing top-quality juice. The washing process for the apples is finalized with a rinse of cool water to ensure that any remaining dirt and residues are thoroughly removed. This step is essential for maintaining cleanliness and hygiene, as it helps to prepare the apples for juicing while ensuring the final product is safe. Then the apples undergo a chopping process in a grinder. This creates a pulp that is enhanced by the addition of enzymes. These enzymes work to break down the cellular structure of the fruit, ultimately allowing for the most efficient extraction of juice possible. Following the chopping process, the pulp is transferred to rotating shafts, where it undergoes a pressing action as the shafts turn. They exert pressure on the pulp, effectively extracting the juice while separating it from the leftover solids. The rotating shaft machine is fitted with a built-in filter that captures the skins, seeds, and stems, ensuring that only pure juice is extracted. Quality control is rigorous at every stage of the process. Samples of juice are taken for evaluation to assess its quality and ensure that production standards are strictly followed. Next, the juice is filtered once more in specialized containers to eliminate even the tiniest undesirable particles. The next step involves pasteurization, where the juice is first introduced into a heat exchanger at 20 degrees Celsius and then heated to 85 degrees Celsius. After this, it is quickly cooled to 50 degrees Celsius, effectively eliminating harmful microorganisms while preserving its flavor and nutritional value. Enzymes are then added to hydrate the pectin, aiding in the subsequent filtration stage. This involves an ultrafiltration process, during which fiber membranes with tiny pores capture even the smallest particles. As a result, the apple juice is now fully purified and ready for another quality control check to assess the taste and flavor. The process then moves to its final stage, where the containers are filled. These small drink containers are filled quickly and are subsequently hermetically sealed to maintain their freshness. Thanks for watching another episode of Behind the Make. We'll see you in the next video. KitKat, the crunchy and chocolatey delight with a distinct, nostalgic taste, is adored by millions across the globe. Hidden beneath that instantly recognizable red wrapper is a fascinating and precisely executed production process. Have you ever wondered what makes KitKat so irresistible? Today, we take a deep dive into the captivating journey of how KitKat is created inside one of the world's largest chocolate factories, where over 8 million bars are crafted daily. KitKat's signature chocolate bars begins in the cocoa-rich lands of West Africa, where vast plantations stretch under the warm tropical sky. In July, as cocoa pods ripen under the scorching sun, farmers prepare for the strenuous harvest season. Each cocoa pod is carefully hand-picked, ensuring the delicate cocoa beans inside remain unscathed. Once collected, the pods are skillfully cracked open to reveal the coveted cocoa beans inside. These beans, rich in natural flavour, are carefully laid out on drying mats. Over the course of about 8 days, the sun gradually removes excess moisture, allowing the beans' outer shells to harden and preserve their deep chocolate essence. Before entering the production facility, the raw cocoa beans undergo a thorough quality screening. Rigorous tests determine whether they meet the required standards. First, their moisture levels are checked to ensure they are sufficiently dried, preventing mold growth. Next, the beans' size and texture are carefully analysed, with smaller or underdeveloped beans being set aside. Lastly, experienced inspectors conduct an aroma test, verifying the beans' signature rich scent. Upon arrival at the state-of-the-art factory, the cocoa beans undergo a 3-hour preparation process before their transformation begins. The initial step begins with meticulously cleaning the beans. They are emptied into enormous conveyor systems and moved to a secured rotating drum, where they softly rotate. This method eliminates any leftover dirt and cocoa shells. At the same time, powerful air jets clear away any lingering debris, ensuring the beans are spotless and prepared for the next step. The newly purified beans then proceed to roasting, where their deep flavours are unlocked. Each batch is placed into a precision-controlled roasting machine. Similar to coffee beans, cocoa beans require precise temperature and timing for optimal flavour. This is a well-guarded secret among chocolate makers, since even a slight deviation in roasting time can alter the chocolate's taste. After being exposed to intense heat, the cocoa beans, now bursting with aroma, are prepared for the next step. The beans enter a large grinder, where they are crushed and their deep flavours are fully unleashed. The grinding process turns the beans into a thick, smooth cocoa paste. This paste is then transferred to a hydraulic press, where cocoa butter is extracted, forming pure cocoa cakes weighing around 7 kilograms each. These cakes contain the rich essence of cocoa, packed with an intense and enticing aroma. Once hardened, the cocoa cakes are finely ground into powder. The fine cocoa powder is then blended with sugar, milk powder, cocoa butter, emulsifiers, and other top-secret ingredients. The precise ingredient ratio remains Nestlé's closely guarded formula, ensuring KitKat's unmistakable taste. Inside a powerful industrial mixer, these ingredients blend together continuously, transforming into a thick, smooth chocolate mixture. Next comes the process of conching, which refines the chocolate particles to microscopic sizes, allowing them to melt effortlessly on the tongue. The longer the chocolate undergoes conching, the silkier and smoother its texture becomes, enhancing its richness. Finally, the chocolate enters the tempering phase. Here, the temperature is carefully adjusted in cycles, ensuring the chocolate fully melts before being cooled to precisely 81 degrees Fahrenheit, preventing the formation of unappealing crystals. This process guarantees the chocolate stays lustrous, silky, and completely irresistible. While chocolate forms KitKat's essence, its delicate wafer layers create its core, offering a delightful crispness in every bite. The process of crafting these wafers is equally intricate. It begins with familiar ingredients: high-quality wheat flour, purified water, sugar, vegetable fats, and a hint of salt to elevate the flavour. However, the secret behind KitKat's signature crisp lies in the leavening agent, which helps create its airy, crunchy texture. All ingredients are combined in a high-speed mixer, ensuring a smooth and even batter. Once the batter reaches the perfect consistency, it is dispensed through precision nozzles into rectangular baking molds. These molds ensure uniform thickness, allowing for consistent wafer texture. The batter is baked at high temperatures, ranging between 350 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for just 30 seconds. The intense heat quickly forms the light, crispy wafer layers, locking in their delicious flavour. After baking, the wafers are carefully cooled under controlled conditions. This step is vital to maintaining their crispness while ensuring they won't melt when combined with chocolate. While the wafers cool, the chocolate filling that binds KitKat's layers is prepared. Interestingly, the filling differs slightly from the outer coating. The secret? Crushed KitKat bars. Imperfect KitKat bars are finely ground and incorporated into the inner filling. This unique recycling method minimizes waste while enhancing the bar's signature taste. The inner chocolate mixture is slightly thinner in consistency, allowing it to spread evenly between wafer layers without making them soggy. Now comes the most captivating stage of production, the coating. Each wafer stack is carefully placed onto a conveyor belt, awaiting its luxurious chocolate bath. Rich, molten chocolate cascades over the wafers in thin, even layers, ensuring every inch is coated perfectly. This layering process is repeated 3 times to achieve the signature KitKat crunch and creamy balance. Next, sharp precision blades slice the bars into their familiar shapes, ensuring every KitKat meets the brand's exact size requirements. This transformation happens in the blink of an eye as perfect bars emerge, neatly arranged on the conveyor belt. After 15 hours of mixing and roasting, the silky, aromatic liquid chocolate is finally ready to take its classic KitKat form. High-speed equipment rapidly fills hundreds of molds per minute, producing more than 200,000 bars every day. Streams of molten chocolate are expertly poured into molds, forming a glossy and delectable outer layer. Next, the crispy wafers move through a flowing chocolate cascade, ensuring every surface is coated with a smooth, even layer. The tempting scent of melted chocolate, combined with the crispness of the wafer, creates a delightful harmony on your taste buds. Any bar with even the smallest imperfections, like air bubbles or cracks, is immediately discarded. However, these imperfect bars are not wasted. They are crushed and repurposed as part of the filling for future KitKat batches, ensuring nothing goes to waste. The flawless bars proceed to an advanced packaging line, where high-speed robotic arms swiftly wrap them in their iconic foil and red outer packaging. Finally, KitKat bars are shipped to massive warehouses, awaiting distribution. Every day, up to 8 million KitKat bars roll out of the factory. Once orders are placed, fleets of trucks transport these chocolatey delights to stores across the globe, ensuring they reach eager consumers everywhere. And there you have it, the incredible journey of how KitKat is made. From sourcing premium cocoa beans to crafting the perfect crispy wafer and coating it in smooth chocolate, every step in the KitKat production process is a blend of precision, craftsmanship, and innovation. We hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at how KitKat is made. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest episodes. We'll see you in the next video. Have you ever wondered how your morning cup of coffee is made? From a tiny green bean to the rich aromatic brew we all love, coffee undergoes an incredible journey. The origins of coffee can be traced to the region now known as Ethiopia in East Africa. According to legend, coffee was discovered around the 9th century by an Ethiopian goat herder who noticed his goats becoming unusually energetic after eating coffee cherries. This discovery eventually led to the global spread of coffee culture. Today, coffee holds a distinguished place as one of the world's most popular beverages, ranking just behind water and tea in global consumption. Interestingly, coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world after crude oil, and Finland boasts the highest coffee consumption per capita. With over 2.25 billion cups consumed daily, coffee continues to fuel cultures, industries, and morning routines worldwide. The journey of the coffee plant begins with the germination of its seeds, which are carefully planted in nutrient-rich soil. Approximately a week after sprouting, the plants enter the flowering stage, producing delicate white blossoms along their branches. Over the next 6 to 9 months, these buds gradually develop into vibrant red cherries, signaling their ripeness. Skilled pickers carefully hand-select the ripe cherries while leaving the green ones on the plant until they fully mature. The fresher the cherry, the richer the flavor. Once harvested, the cherries are washed in water channels before being sent to a pulping machine, which removes the outer skin and fruit. Next, the drying process, which is a vital stage in coffee production as it reduces the moisture content of the beans to an optimal level for storage. Workers carefully spread the parchment-covered beans in a thin layer on drying beds or patios. With skillful precision, they turn and rearrange the beans throughout the day to ensure even exposure to the sun's warmth and gentle breeze. Once dried, the beans move on to the milling process, where specialized machines remove the parchment layer, preparing them for further processing and roasting. This crucial step transforms the dried beans, revealing their distinctive yellow or tan hue, before they continue their journey toward becoming the rich, aromatic coffee we enjoy. The beans are then meticulously sorted and graded based on factors such as size, density, and overall quality. The heaviest beans, which are considered first grade, are separated from the lower grade ones. This sorting process ensures that only high-quality, uniform beans proceed to the next stage of production. Once sorted, the beans are typically bagged and stored in a controlled environment to preserve their freshness until they are ready for roasting. At this stage, they are known as green coffee beans, though their color is not a vivid green, but rather a pale or yellowish green hue. These carefully selected beans are now prepared for the roasting process, where their rich flavors and aromas will be fully developed. Roasting coffee beans plays a crucial role in shaping their flavor, aroma, and overall character. During this process, various chemical reactions occur, leading to the formation of unique flavor compounds. Interestingly, the longer coffee beans are roasted, the lower their caffeine content tends to be. At the heart of our factory, the roasting process transforms green coffee beans in a remarkable way. As temperatures rise to around 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, the beans undergo significant changes, shifting from their pale or yellowish-green hue to the rich brown color we associate with coffee. This transformation typically happens in less than 20 minutes, during which the master roaster carefully monitors the bean's color to ensure the perfect roast. Beyond just changing the colour, this browning process is essential for unlocking the distinct flavours and enticing aromas that make coffee so irresistible. Once the beans have reached the perfect roast, they are transferred into a cooling container where forced air quickly lowers their temperature. From humble pale green beans to the rich roasted browns, coffee undergoes a mesmerising transformation, evolving from raw potential into a symphony of flavours and aromas. Did you know? Just 2 kilos of coffee beans can brew approximately 200 cups of coffee. Now, some of the freshly roasted beans are prepared for packaging, while others move on to the grinding process before being sealed. The grind size plays a crucial role in brewing, with different levels of coarseness suited for various methods, from espresso to drip coffee. At the espresso machine, a barista grinds the coffee to a fine consistency, carefully places the grounds into the portafilter basket, and uses a tamper to evenly compress the coffee. The portafilter is then locked into the machine's brewing group, and the extraction begins. The high-pressure pump forces hot water through the coffee grounds, drawing out a rich aromatic espresso, which is collected in a cup. For milk-based drinks like cappuccinos and lattes, the barista may use the steam wand to froth milk to the desired texture. Once the espresso is ready, the used coffee grounds are removed from the portafilter and the machine is cleaned, ensuring it's ready for the next perfect brew. Coffee is more than just a drink. It's a companion to our moments, a catalyst for conversations, and a source of warmth and comfort. It serves as a bridge between cultures, crossing borders and reminding us of our shared humanity. Each cup is a tribute to generations of craftsmanship, where expertise has been refined over time. It's a harmonious blend of flavours and aromas, coming together in a delightful dance on our taste buds. Thank you for watching another episode of Behind the Make. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep you updated on our latest episodes. We'll see you in the next video.